What do you think, Japanese boy? Is the wind still rising? Hello everyone, my name is Zheng Maria, and today I'm going to talk to you about a movie by Studio Ghibli called The Wind Rises. It's a story of life, war, and love. It is a brilliant final act in Hayao Miyazaki's career. A swan song about flying and planes that will be remembered throughout decades to come. If you're watching this review, I'm guessing that you either want to see this 2013 anime, or you have already watched it and are now sitting there all in awe looking at the screen trying to figure out what other people think of it. Well, I'm here to tell you about my opinion on this masterpiece, analyze it, and tell you about the backstory of the main character. He actually existed in real life. Before we do that though, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, like this video of course, write a comment on what you think of the movie or if you're going to watch it or not. The film starts quite calmly. The viewers get to see the beautiful interior of the Japanese house of the 1900s and the little studious boy called Jiro Horikoshi who lives in it. Fun fact, the movie is based loosely on real-life events and a memoir of Jiro Horikoshi called The Eagles of Mitsubishi, the story of the Zero fighter. Jiro, our main character, is a nearsighted, hardworking student with an obvious interest in aviation and planes. He has a rich imagination and vivid dreams in which he meets Italian aeronautical designer and engineer Gianni Caprani, who also existed in real life. In these dreams, Jiro begins to realize that because of his nearsightedness, he cannot be a pilot, but the option of becoming an engineer is still open to him, and the career can still be pursued. After studying hard and excelling in academics, Jiro is able to get into the University of Tokyo and study aviation. University of Tokyo is a very prestigious institution for bright-minded young people. During the course of Jiro's life, he encounters many problems and many life lessons that make him the person he is. From the survival of the ravaging Kanto earthquake in 1923, which happened in real life, of course, in which Jiro demonstrates how kind, mature, and organized he is by saving the life of a girl called Naoko, who would eventually go on to become his wife and her nanny, to the tuberculosis outbreak, the Great Depression, and World War II. All of these factors have greatly affected Jiro's life and his mentality. But no matter what happens in the world, Jiro always has motivation, strength, ambition to keep going. That is why I think he is so worthy of respect. Amidst the events of the world and his career, Jiro finds inspiration in his touching, poignant, heart-melting love, his wife Naoko Satomi. She was a source of affection, warmth, human contact, and eventually loss for him. This movie has the best, most ideal representation of love I have ever seen. It depicts it as something so pure and so sweet. The name of the movie, The Wind Rises, which is Kaze Tachino in Japanese, is a quote from a French poet, essayist, and philosopher Paul Valéry, the full form of which goes something like, "The wind rises and we must try to live." The movie quotes Valéry in the most touching contexts, the ones that made me tear up. Despite the name, the calm colors and tone of the movie, the world within it is pretty dark, with lots of unsolved issues and rising tensions. From a technical point of view, the movie also excels. The details are pretty amazing and they astounded me. Miyazaki and the crew at Studio Ghibli really went all out on it. Every second looks hand-drawn and full of detail, with bits of CGI added here and there, in the most appropriate moments. The colors are soft, lots of pastel green and blue in the field scenes, and usually fit the tone and mood of the scene. The soundtrack was, as most other Ghibli studio movies, created by brilliant Joe Hisaishi. It conveys the mood so well and it is really melodious to listen to and recall all sweet moments in your life. It surprises me that the movie has received so little recognition compared to other Hayao Miyazaki movies. I personally have watched plenty of Studio Ghibli movies, and I can with confidence say that The Wind Rises is in my top 3. Unlike now, Japan wasn't the best at building airplanes in the 1940s. It is known that in real life, Jiro Horikoshi was one of Japan's and the world's most innovative and accomplished engineers. He used his heart and soul in the process of building airplanes, unlike many others who just used math and physics, although those two are very important as well. He was always inspired. Horikoshi built several airplanes that went into mass production in the 1930s. In World War II, the genius engineer has made his political stance clear in the personal diary he used to lead. It said, "We were convinced that surely our government had in mind some diplomatic measures which would bring the conflict to a halt before the situation became catastrophic for Japan. But now, bereft of any strong government move to seek a diplomatic way out, we're being driven to doom. Japan is being destroyed. I cannot do anything other but to blame the military hierarchy and the blind politician in power for dragging Japan into this hellish cauldron of defeat." Hayao Miyazaki is known for creating anime for people of all ages. But The Wind Rises was quite obviously targeted at more adult audiences. The topics of war, love, life, and passion were just a bit too complex, in my opinion, for young kids. If we compare The Wind Rises to any other Ghibli studio movie, such as Spirited Away or Ponyo, both of which are magnificent movies that are more targeted at kids, we will see a big difference in maturity and lightheartedness. My overall rating is 5 out of 5. I'd recommend the movie to a more grown-up audience. The plot is interesting, it captivates you from the first second and holds you until the very last moment. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. Check out my website, readermaria.com. It's being renovated right now. There's still some work to be done, but I think it's looking really good. Just saying. Thank you and bye.